And welcome to my playhouse. And today we're gonna be playing around with the pool. I haven't been in it for weeks. It's been too cold. We can see the temperature here. I don't know if I can show this to you, but it's like 20 degrees Celsius, and that is about 65 Fahrenheit. And that is too cold. We might be Vikings, but we were great sailors. We didn't swim anywhere. So yeah, I like it when it's about 26 degrees. So I'm gonna try and make something to heat the pool. The plunge pool is just a tiny pool, so it doesn't take that much effort. I have this project here that I'm gonna explain to you. So, see, there's my shadow and my Steadicam, which is my tripod. That looks really awesome. This is a pallet. They have started coming out with pallets that looks like this. So when you get something, you get a plastic pallet, and it's very nice and black and doesn't weigh anything. So I stole one of those for this project, which is going to be awesome. Then I purchased 100 meters of black irrigation pipe. This was sent all the way from Spain. So this is like a 16 millimeter black pipe. And my idea is to curl that up here. So black pipe heats up in the sun. The pallet is black, so that also actually heats up in the sun. And I could feel that just picking this up. It was kind of in the sun, so the sun is coming from that direction right now. So on this side, the black pipe is clearly warmer than on the inside where there's no sun. So curling that up here with a whole lot of zip ties is the major plan right now. And my thought is that if I start from the outside here and follows the outside and then goes in, I will get the most surface out of this. The other idea was to start from the inside and do a nice curl and go to the outside. That way the corners will be cut off. So I think I can do more pipe the other way. 100 meters of pipe is one heck of an issue, because when you uncoil this, it want to go. And how do I prevent that from happening? So yeah, we have an issue there. Right now it's very nicely tucked in there, and that's not gonna be possible to keep that going. So yeah. So this irrigation pipe is really thin, which is perfect, because that means that it's gonna heat up the water a lot easier than if it was really thick. But it also kinks really easily, so you can't bend it very much before it makes a bad kink and water is being restricted in it. So I want to have the connections for the pipe coming out in the bottom of it. So I needed to go through the pallet at the end here. So I'm gonna put it in here, this hole right there, which is barely in view. I want it to go down here, but I found that if I just pop it in here, it's gonna kink. So I'm gonna extend that hole a little bit with a 16 millimeter drill, which should be just about the same size as the pipe. So yeah, just needs to give it a little bit. So I need to cut a little bit off here and a little bit on the bottom. Just to show you what that looks like. So the pipe is gonna go in here and it's gonna hit this hole down here, which yeah, you can see now that it doesn't have to kink as much. It just has to bend over here and go that way. So I'll try that and see if that isn't better. Okay, it's definitely better, but it's not perfect. I need to take some more on top here. So I'll use the drill to kind of
polish it a little bit. Oh. There. We can do a bit more. The pallet doesn't have to be strong anymore. It just needs to hold that pipe. So taking a bit of the strength out of it is not really a major issue. Okay. It still kinks a little bit, but that is definitely tiny. So to prevent the coil of pipe here to go, I have put some wires around it. The top, or this half of it has a wire on it that I can release if I need it to go out. And over here I have another red one that takes the bottom part of it and holds that in place. So I have one of these manufacturer ones left, so I think I can cut that without it going and being a blotchy mess. The idea is that the roll is going to be sitting in the middle, and I'm just going to tie it down, going around and around. That's the idea. Here it goes, nothing. It didn't go, and that's a good thing. If I strip this down, there's going to be a gap before the next one can go on there. So I kind of, before I put the first strip on, where is the strips? I need another layer of pipes to go through the same strip. That means that I can do a nice zip tie. And yeah, I'll be working on this. Oh, here is, I put this label so that I could show you what it was that I have gotten for this 16 millimeter, and it's good for 2.5 bars, and that's gonna be perfectly good for what I need. I usually deal with servers, and very often we have these Velcro strips, and I'll be using some Velcro strips temporarily to hold this in place, so that I can hold the cables while I go over those 2 rounds, and then I can zip tie. I think this is gonna look great. Hope I can go out here. I hope I can get the next roll close to the corner here and still do a nice bend. There is a bend radius before these kinks, so yeah. The pallet even comes with a little restriction here that will hold the pipe in very nicely. They shouldn't have done that. That's very nice of them. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm sure this looks like a blotchy mess right now, but I think it's gonna be okay. I have put this pipe on the border all the way around. It sticks out a little bit here. It's gonna go in when I zip tie, but that means that the next pipe is ready to go down here, and I can now permanently zip tie that with some of all these 200 zip ties. That I hope is enough. Oh, I hope that's enough. Okay, first zip ties are in. I'm about that corner. The first 2 lines here I expect is kind of important, so to get those right, and then I'll figure out what to do after that. Okay, so it didn't take long before I need to do, you can see the pipe comes here, and it's restricted by the red wire thing that I put in here. So yeah, this is keeping it very nicely in place, so I'm gonna keep that. I'm just gonna release that and then put this back on. So we have another row, and I can continue and still have pretty good control over what this thing is doing. Okay, I've messed up a little bit. I haven't gotten far enough out into this corner here, so I'm gonna lose about a little hand worth of black surface here. It's irritating, but I'm not gonna take all of this apart again for that. So yeah, we'll continue. Now the first 2 rolls are in place and zip tied, and yeah, it's looking good, and there is control over that pipe. That's one of my biggest worries, that everything would just go. And I have seen other people do YouTube videos on this, and they have spent hours messing with the blotchy pipe. Okay, so I'm on my fourth roll here. Another feature of this is this lightweight enough so I can move it around on the grass here. This is awesome. I just wanted to show you that. Okay, this is going way easier than expected. So far, what are we on? 6 rolls, and yeah, there's still good control over the coil of irrigation pipe in the middle there, and using a lot of zip ties, and they're kind of in random places. I guess it doesn't matter. This pallet makes it very easy to zip tie them to the pallet because it has all of these well, good possibilities. There's always something that just lines up with the zip tie, and I usually take 2 cables at a time, and then I skip a bit, and then I take 2 cables again, or two pipes. So we are officially halfway. That was the first 100 zip ties. So and it's looking good. It's going better than expected. Except my bag doesn't like this position. So yeah, but I will continue on, and I do expect that we are over halfway. I'm getting issues in the corners. You can see there's air gap. Oh, am I pointing the right way? I don't know. I'm getting issues that I can't do those hard bends anymore, so I have to relax that a lot. So yeah, we're gonna get some losses in the corners because we can't keep doing that. So I'm trying to give them a little bit every time so that I don't so it looks good. Okay, bit of an update. It's the big difficulties is the sharp corners. You can see there's a kink right there. Very difficult to get those out again when they're in. So, but up here where we stole the corner, it looks way better. So yeah, probably I shouldn't have gone so far out to the corners. I should have given it a little bit more. And also you can see where it bows in here. That becomes an issue because the angle becomes, or the turret becomes tighter. So, but we are still moving ahead, and there isn't much to go. I do believe that I have enough hose, and I do also believe that I bought enough strips, cable ties. So yeah, I think we're good to go. Okay, I have reached the point where I can't do a turn without the pipe kinking. So yeah, I'm gonna finish it over here and bring the pipe out that way, which is the way that the other one comes in, which is convenient. So I'm gonna be cutting the pipe here. If we can do this with a piece of scissors, a pair of scissors, we could. So, haha. So one of the absolute features of this thing is that you can pick it up with one hand. It is heavy, but it's not more heavy than it can be handled. So fantastic. For this project I have purchased a little pump here, and well, oh, there's water in it. It didn't come with these attachment for hoses, so it came just with this, and it was available in Amazon Germany. That's where I picked it up. So we're gonna try and power this. I hope that the inside is the positive one and the outside is the negative one. So there is one of these wires that has a lot of white on them. That's usually negative. We're gonna go with that. This little pump claims, well, it's DC 12 volts. It's 4 to 6 meters rise. That it can pull the water from 4 to 6 meters up. I don't know what that is dependent upon. Probably the voltage. Then it's 600 to 800 liters an hour. That's plenty. So yeah, powered. Then we need a power source. In this box I have my Blue Yeti, and it has a oh, more water. Stop giving out water. It has a plug that fits this, and it is DC out and 10 amps, so plenty. So I'm gonna pop that in, and then I'll turn on the DC. And nothing happens. I need to measure a little bit. I'll go investigate. Okay, I figured out that I'd messed up. I had my assumption of what was plus and minus on the leads here was wrong, so it was the other one that was positive. So I went to the basement and I fixed it, I hope. Let's hear if it says a sound. I'm gonna put it close to the microphone so you can hear it. It's saying a sound, so we're good to go there. But now we need something to attach the pump to. Cool. Okay, I believe we're just about ready for the first test. So, I have found a little piece of hose that is connected to the inlet of the pump. The outlet of the pump goes over to this long pipe here, and it goes around the... I have no idea how many meters of pipe. If there isn't too many kinks to stop it, it's a lot of work for this little pump, so it might be a total failure. And yeah, well, we have to put that, have to be ready for that. So let's try and turn it on. It is running. I expect it will take some time before it blows any water my way. But I do want to make sure that water is coming out, so let's just try and make sure. Oh, nothing. Yeah, that would have taken a while. Okay, it's a nice day to play with water. I can hear water going around the pipe here, so something should happen at some point. Maybe I shouldn't be shadowing it. Might as well pick up the amount of heat that we can pick up. There is a bit of a strategy to heating your pool. I have seen tons of videos that shows just how much the heater heats up the water, and you go from like 20 degrees to 90 degrees, and it's fantastic, and it drips out a few drops of 90 degrees warm water, and it's not gonna help. When you want to heat your pool like this, you want a lot of water flow. Oh, it's coming out. It's coming out. Yeah, this is definitely nice and warm, so nothing wrong with that. Even if it just heats the water in the pool 1 degree by going through all of this, well, it's a lot better. There's a lot of losses in this. If it heats up to 90 degrees, it will evaporate a lot of heat out into the air. If it's just 1 degree warmer than the pool itself, then most of the water will go into the pool. Yeah, now it's nice and cool again, but I'll bet you that it's a degrees warmer than the pool water. We'll test that. This has way better flow than I would ever dream about. So, oh, I took 2 cups. Let's see, I have a measurement thing here. And the border, this plastic here is 33 degrees. So the water from the pool, 19, that's gonna be impossible to show you that. So, oh, there, 18.7. So let's see if we can do this water. See if that's any warmer. 20.4. So it's approximately a couple of degrees warmer. Awesome. We have just put this in, but the pool has been heating up a little bit while I've been building this thing, so it has gone from about 20 to 21 degrees Celsius. I think it's closing to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So being one of those lucky YouTubers that has sent all kind of good stuff, I had this thermal camera, and when I pointed to the pool heater, oh yeah, it's impossible to film this outside in the sunlight and using something like this, but you can see that this coil is very cold. In the middle of it, I can't point. The white one that is pointing in the middle, it's very bright and yellowish, and that's because that's where it's warm, and the water in the hose is cooling the coil down. So it's where it should have been yellow like in the middle here, it's not, because that heat is going to the water in my pool. So this is working perfectly well. Expanded the project a little bit. I've put these solar panels, and there's no battery power to these solar panels. They're running the pump directly, but I want to, like everybody else, I'm curious to how warm the water will be. So we're gonna disconnect it, and then we're gonna wait 5 minutes. Oh, there, and then let it heat up, and just to make sure that we get about right 5 minutes. Oh, start there. Yeah, now it's timing. Okay, perfect. In 5 minutes, see you then. And of course I need the sky to keep clear for 5 minutes. And there is big clouds that almost does not move. So yeah, from time to time there's a big gap in the sun. Okay, we're still waiting, so let's just measure the temperature in the water right now. It says, I don't trust it all the time. Can I just? It says 18 degrees, and this one says 21. So that's not very reliable. Now it says 21. I guess that's better. Okay, almost there, and we are at 5 minutes. So okay, it doesn't need to be that precise. So I need to go and turn it on again. It says about 25 degrees. It's nice and hand warm. Oh, this says 25, 26 degrees, and that's 78 Fahrenheit. Okay, so it's actually very funny to see that when there's a cloud there, the pump will go down in speed, which is perfectly okay because it doesn't need to go as fast when there's no sun on this. So it makes good sense to have this powered directly from the sun, so that I don't pump around a lot of water when there is no sun to heat it up. So this makes good sense. I thought that maybe I could put a panel in the middle here, like a little panel there, but that's not going to be a lot of space for it to sit on. So apparently this 100 watt panel over here is good for it. So yeah, the pump itself draws about 20 watts from what I can see on the power station when I was running it from the Blue Yeti, which I'm not running. I am running it directly from the solar panels right now. But 20 watts, so I could get a smaller, closer to 20 watts, probably 30 watts would be good to power this. Okay, at the moment I'm waiting for the sun to come back. All of this darkness over here is, well, we have a little bit of blue over here, so But even when it's clouded, we do get some warmth out of the sun. So, of course, the water is being cooled by the hose. But if I do the plastic here, it's 26.1 degrees warm in the shadow. And if we do the hose here, that's 22.5 degrees. So it's not bad. It's still heating up the water, even though it's not a lot. And now the sun came out for a little bit. I have that little fountain here. When that starts spraying up water, I know that there is good sun, because it doesn't do that otherwise. What is that doing? Okay, it's the next day. And the weather wasn't with me yesterday much. I didn't have much sun after when I filmed last. So I put the cover on the pool, and I tilted it towards where the sun is gonna come. The sun is up here. It's about 8:30 right now. So the sun comes up here, goes over this way, and it goes down over there somewhere. So yeah, this is why I need this. We don't get enough sun. So I put this up so that it could kind of heat the pool, even with the cover on. It's cold outside, so right now it's probably more like cooling the pool. I don't know if I can see in here. Oh, it is actually running. You just see the water coming out right there. Not sure if that is heating or cooling the pool right now, but yeah, it probably runs a little bit too soon. So this solar panel is a little bit too effective for this project. But yeah, we can't win them all. So at the moment, the pool goes down in temperature every night. Approximately a couple of degrees it loses overnight. So it has to increase by a couple of degrees the next day. And the warmer it is, the more it loses, and it gets close to ambient temperature. So yeah, yesterday I was able to heat it up 2 degrees with the new pool heater here, and I would not have been able to heat it up 2 degrees without that. It would probably have heated up half of that, like 21 degrees. It started out at 20, so it is helping. I just haven't had enough sun yet to actually show this really doing a good job. All the time yesterday when I was building this, I was sitting in full sun and sweating, and then as soon as I got it up and running, I think I had half an hour, 45 minutes of good sun after that. And after that it was just very big thick clouds, and then 5 minutes here and there. So yeah, that's how it always goes. It's the same thing. If you mount solar panels on your roof, you will have 3 months without solar. It works like that. I think we have to end the video here. The system does work, but it relies on solar, and as you might not even be able to see, but a last little clip that I recorded was 14 days ago, and I haven't had enough solar to really heat the pool up in those 14 days. The pool has gone way down, and then I have had a single day with decent sun, so it got from about 16 degrees to 22 degrees in not that long. But 22 degrees is still a little bit too chilly for my for my liking. So yeah, it still relies on solar, and if there is no solar, it doesn't work very well, unfortunately. And another thing that I've realized is that I have to be a little bit careful with it, because the solar panels is very effective. They will have the water flowing,
way too soon. I really need some smaller solar panels for this because it flows the water around way too soon. And well, this is a big air cooler, so if the air is colder than the water, it will cool the water naturally. So I need to make sure that the solar panels are dimensioned so that they will only flow when there is enough sun to actually also heat up the pipe over here. So yeah, that's a learning curve there. And this is very unfortunate. I would really love to get in the pool, but it has been dreadful weather here. So nothing I can do about that part, unfortunately. So yeah, I'll have to go and look at some water heating with fire. That is more stable. So I hope you got some tips and tricks that you can copy and improve on yourself. And other than that, thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.